Good morning, children. Good morning, children. Today we learn the second semester lesson and A Vision for 2020 by APJ Abdul Kalam. A Vision for 2020 written by APJ Abdul Kalam. Do you know, children, who is the Abdul Kalam? He is the former president of India. Right. APJ Abdul Kalam. Abul Fakir Jainuddin Kalam, Abdul Kalam. He was born 1931 and he was expired 2015. He was born into a poor family in Rameshwaram, Tamil Nadu. His father was a boat owner, and from a very earlier age, Kalam had to be supplemented the family income by distributing newspapers. He studies in physics and then aerospace engineering. He had an unparalleled career as a defense scientist. He is known as the missile man for his work on missiles and space rockets. He was also the recipient of the highest civilian award of India and the Bharat Ratna. He received honorary doctorate from about 30 universities globally. He was elected as the President of India, 11th President of India, and held office from 2002 to 2007. Kalam wrote several inspirational books. Wings of Fire, which is the autobiography, and Ignited Minds are probably the best known in India, 2020. Sets out his action plan to make India superpower in knowledge and communication technology. A Vision for 2020 focuses on transforming India into development nation by 2020. India is a country with a rich cultural heritage, and no form of fanaticism should be allowed to come in the way of other development. India still faces many challenges, although many improvements have taken place. In the 21st century, knowledge is the main sources to increase the production, and it has to be exploited fully. Indians' main strengths are in her natural and human resources. More than half of the Indian population is below the age of 35, and these are the people who must lead the transformation into development nation. The key areas that need to be tackled and agriculture, food processing, education, healthcare, infrastructure, information and communication, and other critical technologies. It is only by the combined efforts of the government, industries, entrepreneurship, and the students of the nation be uplifted. When the India Today conclave posed the question, India Tomorrow Global Gainer PME, I recalled an event that occurred while meeting students in Nagaland during my recent visits there. A class 5 students asked me, I would like to live in a happy, prosperous and peaceful and safe India. Tell me, what will you do, Mr. President? Also tell me what I should do for that. During my interaction with the school children of 17 states and 3 unions, territories which I have visited, a series of similar questions were raised. Presidents also ask the questions to students, and children also asked so many questions to president. What I want to do for India? భారతదేశానికి నేను ఏం చేయాలి? దట్ ఈస్ అ క్వశ్చన్ ఇన్ తెలుగు వర్షన్. Sometimes I feel a nation of billion people think like a nation of million people. Why it is so? I consider no other nation has got civilization, heritage like India. To live near peaceful life. Indian minds were capable of absorbing the best of cultures from success innovations. Now, we should not allow any religion or any individual fantasism, fantasism, fantasism to endanger our nation. Because the nation is more important compared to any individual or party of religions. Even the rich and developed nations, in spite of their wealth and military strength, and afraid of virtual enemies, and they live with the fear complex economics, prosperity, and military strength alone to do not bring peace to any nation. As we see from the dynamics of the world, in such a situation, it is also very important to transformation our religious forces into the spiritual forces. Evolution of spiritual forces, in addition to economic prosperity and military strength, will bring happiness, peace, and prosperity. See that. When we got to freedom in 1947, as a result of what I call the first vision for the nation. This vision created the best of leaders in many fields like politics, philosophy, judiciary, science and technology, and industry improvements. Took place in many aspects of life in literacy, agriculture productions, strategic areas, certain small and large scale industries. Now more than 50 years have gone by, and we are called among the hundreds of developed countries and distance way separate from G8 countries. We have many challenges. Nearly 260 million people who were below the poverty line have to join the mainstream of good life. 100% literacy, health for all, multiple industrious and agriculture productivity, and lifestyle with the value system have to be emergence. Hence we need to the second vision for the nation to become developed. After independence, India looked forward development through the 5-year plan. The green revolution and technological growth enabled India to prosperous with self-sufficiency in food and achievements in many technological front areas, particularly in the past two decades. A major transformation came during the information age when India established its position with its strong and competence in the formation technology. Today, India is the knowledge age, which is provide an opportunity to become a developing nation with the strong economy. See that how the 5-year plan is working that after independence. In the 21st century, new society is emerging where knowledge is the primary production resource instead of capital of labor. People's lives will be enriched by the IT driven knowledge products and systems, biotechnology and space technology. As a future revelations, it is predicted the humanity will see human habitat in one of the planets and the space solar power radiating to the earth for the electric power. Human life will be further extended for research outcomes. Nanotechnology will enter into the human usage. Human usages. And one more thing, planets and space solar power radiating to earth for electric power, human life will be further extended for research outcomes. Nanotechnology will enter into the human usage like the control system of the various transformations systems, medical technology equipment and aerospace systems. In the most of the developing nations, the information and communication technology (ICT), information and communication technology sector directly contributes 7 to 8% to their GDP. It is expected that by 2010 in these countries, ICT will be account for 25% of the GDP, either directly by the way of sale, hardware and software, or indirectly by being the integral part of e-governance, connectivity for improved productivity, industrious and even in a daily life of improved efficiency and transparency. In India, ICT today accounts for nearly 2% of GDP. To be developed nation, we should be enhance this significantly. Our core competences that be exploited in additional to the what has been planned in 1998 include information security, scientific software development and e-governance that can be spread a strongly domestic marker, entertainment, education, hardware and chip design and wireless. If we exploit these areas of our core competency, we can be create Indian MNCs and aim at a target of $150 billions by 2010. Another core competence we should be developed in the biotechnology. India is rich in herbs, gems, plants and microorganisms. Industrially developed countries are important. These bio researches in raw forms, adding value to them and exporting them as a special seeds and biomaterials to be developed common, including India. They also own fully protected patents of these products at high cost. India must add its own technology for conversion of such resources to value added products for use in the domestic requirement as well as for exports of the global herbal products market of $61 billion. Wow, very nice. China has a share around of $3 billion, whereas Indian share is not even though $100 million. Hence, there is a tremendous opportunity for higher market share. India is a similar potential for promoting floriculture and aquaculture is a big. See that children, how the India is developed other than countries. It's very important. Our Prime Minister is the Independence Day addressed for the Red Fort on August 15, 2002. What he said? Declared that India would become developed nation by 2020. India has entered the 10th five-year plan with a focus on all-round development. The 10th plan is very vital period as it has to be lay the foundation for a journey of transformation by initiating mission projects that will bring economic strength to the nation. In order to realize a development India by 2020, 5 keys are being identified for integrated actions. What is the 5 keys are there? What is important of 5 keys? What is the 5 keys are there in the India? Number 1, agriculture and food processing with a target of 360 million tons of food and agriculture products in the year. Other areas, agriculture and agro-food processing will bring food security and prosperity to rural people and speed of economic growth. Number 1 is completed. Second one, education and healthcare aim to be increasing the employment potential leading to the social security and population control. Third one, infrastructure development including reliable and quality electric power for all parts of the country, which is vital for all core sectors. Number 4, information and communication technology. Information and communication technology. This is one of our core competencies. Promoting education in the remote areas and creating a massive employment and national wealth and through the export earnings. Last one, what is the 5th one is there? Critical technologies and strategic industries. Critical technologies and strategic industries. The progress in nuclear space and defense technologies will be provide the sustained growth and self-reliance for the nation. These five areas closely interrelated and will be lead to nation food and economic security. A strong partnership among the R&D, academia, industry, business and the community as a whole with the government departments and agencies will be essential to accomplish the vision. Apart from India, plan to network the major rivers will be essential to accomplish the vision. Apart from the plan to network the major rivers, a scheme called providing urban amenities in rural areas, Pura. Providing urban amenities in rural areas can help create rural wealth and prosperity. The model envisages habitats designation to improve the quality of life in the rural places and makes specially suggestions to remove urban conjunctions too, as against a conventional city, say rectangular in shape and measuring approximately 10 km by 6 km. The model consider ring-shaped town integrating a minimum of 8 to 10 villages in the same area. The model provides access to villages, save transportation's time, cuts cost subsequently, and is more convenient for the general public. Such as a model of establishing circular connectivity of rural villages complexes will be accelerate the rural development process by the empowerment. See that the nation strength. What is the nation strength is going on? The nation strength predominantly reside in the natural of human resources. Human resources. Natural human resources, which would be leverage. Human researches, particularly with the large young population, is the unique core strength of the nation. There are 700 million people below 35 years of age in the population of a billion people. The nation needs young leaders who can command the change for the transformation of India into a development nation embedded with knowledge society from now to 20 years. Quality leaders are like managements that will be attract the best person to be build up a team for the organization to give inspiring leadership even during the failures of missions, as they are not afraid of risk. The creations of vision ignite the young minds in particulars. What are the qualities of such creative leaders? He or she exercises changes in the traditional role from the commander to coach, from manager to mentor, from director to delegator, and from one who demands respect to one who facilitates self-respect. The higher the preparation of creative leaders in the nation, the higher potential of success of visions like developed India. See that, children, should be understand in the 21st century, the India is developed 100% to up to 2020. With the vision for characteristics of creative leader defined, what can be the task of the various people? See that the students community can be removed the literary of creative number of people in their area, where their schools or houses are situated. Only a burning candle can be light another. Burning candle can be light another. See that very example of that. Teachers and parents can be assist them in the task. The government and R&D labs can be provided technological upgradations to small scale industries so that productions can be increased and they become competitive. The large scale industries have to be increased their productivity and quality so that the market share can be increased for economic growth and GDP. They can be aimed to become multinational companies and global leaders. The farming community has to be increased its productivity with the help of new and available scientific methods, particularly for dry land cultivation. CULTIVATION cultivation. The formation technology and knowledge workers have a tremendous responsibility to contribute in the areas of telemedicine, teleeducation and e-governance for runs rural areas apart from their business role. Pura has to be business. Do you know what is the Pura, children? Just before I mentioned in the passage. Providing urban amenities in rural areas, Pura means. The information technology and knowledge workers have to be tremendous responsibility to be contribute the areas of telemedicine, teleeducation and e-governance for rural areas apart from this business role. Pura has to be business for preparation, economically viable and managed by the entrepreneurs and the small scale industries with the government participations. As it is involves education, healthcare, power generation, transformation, transport and management. In this vision period, the government has to be build a name for itself by quick decision making and the transparent administrations. The media has to become partner and positive critics in national development. Our musicians, poets, artists and artists should be nurtured for the glory of our great civilization and sing the song of development in India. This type of motivated environmental will be indeed lay a great foundation for the vision transformation in India into the development nation. See that children, it's a lot of things are there and depend on our India. Conclave meeting, CONCLAVE. Conclave means what is the meaning of that? Meeting. What is the meaning of that? Meeting. Find me, very small person. Find me means very small person. Heritage, handed down by the tradition. Heritage means this is glossary. You should be remember this. Each and every day you should be learning two things. We can develop the vocabulary also. Fantasyism, very strong beliefs that make someone, they have to be unreasonable way. Dynamics, force the producing change. And frontiers, the most of advanced in the recent ideas of something, competence, ability. Okay, 10 minutes only. It's completed. Radiating, sending out. Habitatal, home. Core, essential. Envisagation, visualization. Accelerate, increase the speed. Leverage, influence. Ignite, set one fire. So many questions are there, so many answers are there. Remember this, very important. Okay, children, remember that, very important in that. And one exercise is there, children, that is the paragraph writing. In the paragraph writing there is one more thing very important, advantages of online education. This is very important things. Online education offers many benefits and advantages while still providing programs and courses of the high quality. All levels of certificates and degrees are available online, and this articles highlights some of the positive to pursuing an online education. Online schooling is popular alternative to attending college or university. A large number of them do, and programs are nationally or regionally aggregated. There are many benefits and advantages to be online learning, also known as distance learning or e-learning. Online learning education also for the attendance of classes where the students has access to the internet. Students also save money. Individuals who have two children also maybe study at a famous home and save to the cost of children care. Online learning also provides many additional benefits beyond the just convenience and the financial savings. With online learning, the students many development of the technological skills needed to their for future careers. Online learning helps the strengthens these likes. See children, you can observe it. Online education is very important to us.